Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
First of all, I must say something. I've been doing a lot of lives since the last few days, or I would say weeks, but then I have not got this opportunity to ask this question to any of them because,
Yeah.
I mean, the reality is different, but I would like to ask you that, your sister, she's a frontline worker herself. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not something which is a very common fact for, a lot of people. But I think
Yeah.
I saw your post and it was very, very heartwarming and heart touching. Please tell us and your fans about, the contribution and the work, the good work that your sister is doing out there. We already saw that, but I think it's very difficult, हम लोग बाहर से देखते, right? But then you
Yeah.
being her sister, you see it from a very intrinsic point of view. So
Correct.
what is your perception towards the entire thing? Please tell us about that.
So yeah, I basically come from a long line of doctors. I have a lot of doctors in my
Yeah,
family. But the sister about whom I made the post, she
yeah,
right now is one of the frontliners. Her duty is with the COVID patients.
yeah,
So yeah, I mean, I'm here in Ahmedabad, and she's here in Ahmedabad, and she's been practicing here in Ahmedabad. And I had been here for about a month, and I had not spoken to her. I had not, of course, met her. But one fine day, I just before writing the post, I kind of spoke to her on the phone, and I was
yeah,
just to check with her because I was worried. The whole family is worried every day because here we are worried to even step out of the house to go get essentials, that शायद हमें कुछ हो जाएगा या
yeah,
there she is dealing with the patients, checking them, treating them, facing them, and almost more than 12 hours a day. So we were worried, so I spoke to her as to how she is and how she's coping with it. Of course she kind of expressed that even she was a little worried, or she was a little scared because this is new for everyone. This is new for the medical
exactly.
field also. But of course, the zest that she has, that every doctor and every medical practitioner has.
Yeah,
It's sort of their dharma to take care and put the patient first, and their job first, and themselves second, regardless of anything and everything. So yeah, it was very inspiring. I spoke to her, and I also spoke to her because she has a 2-year-old daughter. I have a niece, and I asked her how she felt about it. Does she know what
yeah,
COVID is? Does she know what's happening in the world, that we are in a
yeah,
global pandemic? And she said, you know what? She doesn't understand the depth of it, but of course she knows that what we're going
yeah,
through is called COVID, the coronavirus, and that is why she doesn't see her mama for more hours than usual. And she does realize that her mama is a hero, but she does keep on asking her that mama, is corona gone today? Mama, is corona gone today? So it was very emotional for me, and then I realized that this is the state of everyone, not just my sister, every
exactly.
relative of every person who is a frontline worker, not just medical professionals, sanitation workers, some essential workers. Like my dad is in essential services. He doesn't have to go every
Yeah,
day, but he has to go every alternate day. He's with
yeah,
ONGC, so all your oil and petroleum and gas and everything is uh, you know connected to that. So I have 2 members in my family who kind of I'm constantly worried about, and I
yeah.
thought I must dedicate it to everyone else out there.
It actually felt like that because, it was very heartfelt. And I think, she deserves that special mention when we are talking about this thing right over here. The world knows, I mean, no matter how much we want to have fun or talk about fun things out here on the live, we cannot ignore the fact that, there's something like that going on. So, I mean,
Correct.
these people definitely, deserve a special mention. And I think, which is why I wanted to start the conversation on that note.
Yeah.
But, going to something else right now, one of your most popular TV shows, because
Yeah.
of the lockdown, no TV shows are happening right now, no shooting is happening. It was back. Pratigya, and a lot of people I can see as well commenting over here that, we loved you in Pratigya and all that stuff they're commenting. So the fact that this was back, obviously you felt happy. So, what were the kind of memories that were ringing back in your mind at that point of time when you saw or, heard about Pratigya coming back on TV?
Uh, See, I wasn't too shocked about it because Pratigya had always been on. you know, even after Pratigya was over on Star Plus, when it was actually coming, it was airing on Star Utsav. So since then, it's been airing every single day, and hence I believe people are still connected, and that show had a great impact on people, and it was it did really well, and it kind of has resonance even today. When I got to know that it's not just on Star Utsav or any other network of Star, but it's actually coming back on Star Plus, it was a pleasant surprise, because it just felt really nice, and of course it brought up a lot of memories, and you know, I was just thinking to myself that the way we used to shoot at the time, day and night, and the crazy schedule, like that was the first thing that was going on in my mind, the crazy schedule that I used to have. I do not know if I'll be able to work as crazily today. I did it then, but today I don't think so. But yeah, I think it was a great feeling.
You know, so you know, obviously with every work that an individual does, he or she learns something or the other. So if I ask you that, what is your biggest takeaway and what is your biggest learning from that entire Pratigya experience, what would the answer be?
I learned my skill. I refined my skill. You know, Pratigya was my second show, and I mean, my first show was it didn't go on too long, and you know, Pratigya was my learning ground. I learned a lot from that show. I kind of grew up on that show. I learned everything from diction to acting to reacting to every basic that is attached to my skill. I kind of learned my skill there, and I refined my skill there, and I learned a lot of literature there. I learned diction there, because we had a lot of great actors on my show, you know, from Anupam Shamji to a lot of theatre actors. So I learned a lot from all of them, and apart from that, I think because I was so young at the time, and I almost grew up on that show. You know, it just made me a more refined, a more sincere person. You know, sincere and dedicated towards my skill and basically everything in life. So yeah, did learn.
That's a good.
That show.
I think that's a huge learning curve for you, and I'm pretty sure it has worked in your favor.